Oh, I wish I could take you home. Yes. Yes.
It does my house good. A squirrel.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
I'm on a surfboard.
You're so cute. I want to take you home so bad. I'm gonna go swimming now, okay? So hello friends. I need to get my reading update out of the way before I talk about something very exciting. Okay. Anyway, I have been reading Sweet Filthy Boy by Christina Lauren. I've been taking it slow just because every time I try to start reading it, like something comes up. Like the other night I had the worst cramps, but I am enjoying it. This is a romance book, of course, Christina Lauren. This is one of their older ones, I think, so it's definitely more, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't want to say it's a bad plot, but it's just like, I think it's more sexually heavy than some of their newer books, I think. Because, you know, there's sort of like two romance categories, or probably more than two, but like you have like your cutesy ones that are like sexy, but there's like a plot, like an intricate plot, not just like, I'm not trying to bash this book, but it's just a different style from their current releases like The Unhoneymooners and Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating. This definitely has a lot of sex, so if you don't enjoy that, I don't think you will like this. But it's about a girl named Mia. At the beginning of the book, she is graduating from college, and her two best friends are going on a road trip to Vegas. In Vegas, she meets a really cute French boy, gets way too drunk, and the plot kind of goes from there after they meet and what happens when they're in Vegas. I didn't know anything going into this, so I'm gonna keep my description pretty vague because I think it's more fun to like figure out what's gonna happen on the way. I am quite enjoying it so far. There's some things that they do in this book during their sexual encounters, like role playing, that I don't hate it, but would I be into it myself? Not really. I do think it's doing a really good job at writing the situation that they're in, how it can be awkward, and like it's hard to really get into it without like going more into the plot details. So I'm just gonna say I'm enjoying it. I really like Mia as a character. I like that they show that she doesn't just orgasm magically with like it takes her a minute and she has to be in the right mindset, because that is definitely something that is the case for women. The boy Ansel is super sweet. I love him so far. And yeah, I'm like halfway-ish through. Very excited to continue, but I'm going to be putting this to the side for now because I could cry just holding this. I could cry. Oh my god. I'm gonna be very gentle. This is not my book. Also, Leigh Bardugo touched this book. So this is an arc of Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. It comes out in October. I thought I was gonna have to wait until October because like I had no idea how I was gonna get my hands on an arc, and I just can't believe I'm holding this right now. I mean, I'm only holding it right now because I'm giving it back, but like I get to read it. I get to read it now. This copy comes from, I don't know exactly how to say your name, Pietra? I feel horrible that I don't even know the exact pronunciation of your name, yet I'm holding this because of you. I will leave her Twitter link down below because I don't think she has a booktube channel. This is her arc, and this was kind of set up through Whitney because Whitney is obviously friends with her. And the fact that she's letting me borrow this when she doesn't even really know me, I mean, girl. I've never been in a physical fight, but if you need someone to fight for you, if you have a bully or something, I will come to wherever you live and I will beat them up. They will probably beat me up more, but I will beat them up. So like I said, her Twitter will be down below. Thanks to Whitney as well for setting it up, my homegirl. I know somewhat what this is about. I know it's set at Yale, and it's a girl who is going to try and sort of go undercover or something into the secret societies, and it's like thriller, fantasy, occult, something. I don't know. I know it's super, super dark, but yeah, I'm gonna go read this now because okay. Yes! Yes! Do 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 do.
I don't know, I just like found this used bookstore. Like, I'm not really looking forward to it.
Right, like I don't even know if I know this author.
Yeah, I just was in the clearance section. I'm just reading it because I don't know, it looked, there's a snake on the cover.
There's a snake? I've never seen a snake on a cover before. That's really unique.
Yeah.
Really unique.
Like, we've never seen this particular your stock photo of us.
Never. I didn't even know. This was like, must have been so hard to do. Miss Bandy, are you gonna go swimming today? It's a hard no. She hates water. Another day of swimming. Probably the last day because this is not our pool. I'll give a 9th house update when I'm home. I'm enjoying it so far. I'll give a better. I'm vlogging. Leave me alone. Well, you're looking at me. Uh-huh, sure you were. I'll give a better update when I'm at home, but I didn't bring it to the pool. I brought Sweet Filthy Boy because 9th house is an arc that's not mine. And this is a library book. So if it gets a little wet, sorry library. I'm sure I'm not the first person to bring a book to the pool. I look like a ghost, but gotta have that sunscreen. Mindy, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
2 days later.
I just came back from having a nice little outing with my friend, trying to get out of the house more, even though it's rough for me, because like, you know, it helps your mental health. I said I was going to like do an update on 9th house. Well, the update is I finished it. I don't think I did a good description of what this is about, so let me do that. Follows this girl named Galaxy Alex Stone. She goes by Alex, not Galaxy, thank God. And basically, she has this ability to see grays, aka ghosts. And so because of this, she catches the interest of this dude from Yale who runs one of the secret societies. There's all these different societies, and like the oldest ones have like magical things going on. And the society she is going for acts as kind of like the gatekeepers so that things don't get out of hand. And so she's offered this opportunity because she was in a really bad place in, I think she lived in LA or something. And she was like on the streets, not on the streets, but she was like dealing drugs, stuff like that. She was the sole survivor of this murder thing that went down. And so she comes to Yale. She hasn't even like finished high school, so she's just like, at the beginning of the book, we are told that this guy who acted as Alex's guide into the society has gone like missing. And so we get Alex's chapters of what is happening now, how she's going through dealing with this society stuff, and there's like a murder mystery. And then we also, for a majority of the book, get flashback chapters of her guide Darlington, who is missing, and it's basically him introducing her into the societies. So it's like a fantasy set in our world, and it very much reads like a thriller because there's a lot of mystery and dark things going down. Trigger warning for rape, just some weird shit, literally. I would say I wasn't super hooked on this until like the second half. The way that she describes everything and like explains this magic system and this system of societies, it's very as you go, and I wouldn't necessarily say it's info dumpy, maybe a little. I don't know, it was just kind of oddly explained to me, and I felt like even as she was telling me what was what, I was still like, huh. I really wanted one of those guide sort of things. Like I think at the beginning of the Grisha trilogy, they'll have like the list, all the Grisha and like their abilities. I needed that for this. There is something at the end here that says like, this space will be for the different societies, but if it's gonna be in the back of the book, that wouldn't have helped anyway. I would say by the halfway point though, I was really hooked. I wanted to know what was going on. I don't love the characters, but I also don't hate them. Like I don't not like them. I just felt there was always sort of this wall between me and Alex and the other characters. I'm not not sure why. I just think the book kind of started in an odd place because, like I said, it's very like throw you in and then explain as you go along, kind of. I think if we were more learning with Alex right off the bat and we led up to the disappearance, that would have made this just more understandable and probably more enjoyable during the first half. This is going to be a series and I'm definitely excited for the next book because I think it left off in a really cool place. This is an adult book, but I think it's very accessible to a younger audience that's maybe transferring to adults. Obviously there's a very dark theme, so if you can't handle that, that's another conversation. But there might be even like adults that don't want to read about that stuff. I would technically say it's new adult because it's following characters that are college aged. There's just not a market for new adult, which sucks because I'm a new adult. Actually, I'm gonna be 25 this year. Maybe that's not new, but there's one thing in this that I predicted very early on in the book and I was right. But there came with it another twist that I did not see at all. So I was like, shook a little. So yeah, this was good. Wasn't great. I think the hype probably didn't help either because Leigh Bardugo, she's one of my favorite authors, if not my favorite author. So I'm obviously gonna read anything that she puts out, and the fact that I got to read an arc. But like Leigh Bardugo is a lot of people's like, maybe not favorite, but like she's up there. So I think there was just so much hype around this that I might have been a little let down on that aspect because I didn't love it as much as I wish I did. But it was still good. It was still a 4-star book. I'll still be getting a copy for my collection. So yeah, that was my experience reading Ninth House. I was gonna make it more of like a drawn out thing with like me giving updates, but then I just finished it before I went on camera. Classic me. So now I'm going to go back to reading Sweet Filthy Boy by Christina Lauren. I'm like a little over halfway through. I'm still enjoying it. Right now I would say it's like 4-star. I don't know if it'll get to a 5-star. We'll see. It's really cute. Like it looks like it would be like super dirty and like it is at times. There's definitely a lot of sex, but the main character is very sweet. He's not like a bad boy or anything. Like sweet is in the title, okay, but I just don't think that's the vibe you get from this. So if that's something that's turning you off, I would say give this a chance. Love interest is super sweet and I love that. So I'm not coming to you with a reading update right now, mostly because I haven't read after Ninth House. Like I got back into Sweet Filthy Boy, but I just had some weird days. I've been like espresso depresso and not wanting to read or do anything productive. I've been like listening to music while I play Uno. Anyway, but today's Monday, so I'm back on my captioning grind. I'm just sitting here captioning some, I don't even know what this is. This is my second project of the day because gotta be on that grind. I got money for my tooth that I'm getting out on Wednesday, $120 for a fucking tooth. And then now I have to save up for the Mayo Clinic, which I go to in September. Anyway, that was a long way to say my family went to Taco Bell for dinner. I didn't get any of food because I just didn't feel like it. But they were like, hey, they have this new pineapple freeze and it's really good. So I just got it. Let's give it a little taste test. That's really good. It definitely is very sweet. It kind of tastes like a pineapple soda, obviously, but there's like a hint of vanilla in there. That's really good. So get your pineapple freeze at Taco Bell. Consumerism. A girl got her tooth out, but the grind don't stop. We going to the post office. Can't wait to walk in and be like, hello, I'd like medium Merle, and my blood just comes out on the post office counter. Oh, here it comes, y'all, here it comes. Hello, my friends. What the heck is my hair doing? So, I think I filmed a clip singing Shallow in the car, which, let me just say, I came out of that dentist office after getting my tooth yanked. I had to get the wisdom tooth on the left side, upper left side taken out because she was causing some problems. The dentist was like, you have too many teeth. for the size of this mouth. So that was not fun. Honestly, it was like fine, the actual removal process. The worst part was getting like the needle like stuck in. I was like, owie, but then it was like 5 seconds. And then I got out and I'm like, I'm numb up to my eyelid. God. And so, you know, I was in the car, went to the post office, singing Shallow. Everything was great. Then when the numbing wore off, it was not fun. I don't know why I'm explaining this. You don't care. A couple days ago, I finished Sweet Filthy Boy by Christina Lauren. Overall, 4 stars. I really enjoyed this. The characters in this are really lovely. I enjoyed Mia and her position in life where, you know, she's like, do I do what I want to do? Do I do what will make my father happy? Blah, 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 blah. And she had an accident, so she couldn't dance like she wanted to do professionally. So that's all on her mind. Her life has been very like dictated, and so she goes to France with this guy. I don't know how much of the plot I explained. I think I explained this. I don't know. They go to France because he's French. It's super cute. He's super sweet. Ansel, oh my god. As cringy as this title is, it really does describe the book pretty well, because Ansel is sweet, but also filthy because they have a lot of sex. I'm not gonna say it's porn without plot, but it's on the edge. But I like how the sex scenes like weren't there just for sex. Like you can see how the way they go about things, like there's a lot of like role playing in this, which I don't love in the bedroom. Like role playing itself, like online, that's another story, but we're not gonna have that conversation today. But I really liked how we got to see Mia like open up and struggle and like deal with her inner demons, and it was just really good. There's definitely some drama at the end that I didn't love. Like I was like, Ansel, come on boy, men always got to do something. Why men great till they gotta be great? I think the ending also, just now that I'm sitting here reflecting, like I would have liked more of a resolution like between Mia and her father. I mean, I know he's like an asshole, so maybe there was no doing that, but I don't know, it was just really cute and hot and fun. So if you're in the mood for a nice romance that's also really steamy, I would recommend this one. But then yesterday I read the first volume of The Girl from the Other Side. I was gonna like talk about my thoughts after I finished this, but that's when we were getting into the pain zone, and I was like, I am not reading, I am not doing anything. My head hurts, can't even say my tooth hurts because it's not there, my mouth hurts. Anyway, oh my god, this was a really cute little manga. I don't know if I'm giving it 5 stars. Like I feel like it's like a 5-star, but like not quite, so like maybe like a 4.5, but I don't really have a reason. This is why I should have collected my thoughts yesterday when I finished it, but I didn't. But basically this follows this like beast creature thing and this little girl in this world. It's kind of like a fairy tale where it's like black and white, good and bad kind of thing. And so there's this thing called like a curse, and this creature, I think she calls him teacher, so teacher I guess we'll say. This dude is like cursed, which is why he's like all like black and like looking like Angelina Jolie in the Maleficent movies. And so the whole thing is like he can't touch this little girl, because if you touch someone when you're cursed, you give them the curse. And so they're living together because he found this little girl and he's like, I'm gonna protect you. And she's like this kingdom of like, I don't know if it's a whole kingdom, but like the light, the good, the uncursed live in this like gated city where they're like, no one can come in, no outsiders. And then the outsiders are like cursed and like shunned and like killed or whatever. So I think it really plays on themes of like good and bad, and even more like you could relate this to like a refugee thing, people trying to keep people out because they just think they're automatically bad or whatever because they look different or are different. Like, you know, I think you're getting what I'm saying, even though I'm not saying it very well. It was really dark. Like the artwork is super dark, and like this idea of a curse and all of that is definitely dark themes, but the actual content, like the relationship between these two, is so sweet and pure, and I loved it. I also just read the 2nd volume and I enjoyed how this expanded on the world and our knowledge of this curse. I finished this one pretty quickly because a lot of the times the artwork, I would look at it, I'm like, I don't know exactly what's going on here, so I'm gonna just read the text and context clues. So I think parts of this were maybe a little, I'm looking for a word, but I don't know what word it is. It's not vague, but like in that sense, like the artwork didn't go into like detail that's understandable. There's a word for it, I just can't think of it. So I'm gonna give this one 4 stars because I did still really enjoy it, but like there were parts I was like, what the heck is going on? I'm hoping to go to the library today. So I'm like trying to read as many of my library books as I can before we go so I can drop them off. So I'm now going to dive into these 2 volumes of sex criminals that I have. If I finish these before I go to the library, I will update you.
2 hours later.
So I'm back. I finished these. This is volume 4 and volume 5 of Sex Criminals. The first one, the basis of this story is that these 2 people find each other. They both have this weird power where when they orgasm, time essentially stops and they can do whatever. So these have obviously progressed a lot from that first one. We've met a lot of new characters, different storylines are going down. I think I'm giving both of these 3 stars. I wasn't very impressed by them. This is never gonna be like a 5-star series for me. It's just kind of fun. I normally give them like 4 stars, but these, the endings of both of them I really enjoyed, and I thought they were like a good direction of the story, but the way they both get there was just kind of whack. Parts of this one, especially the 5th volume, just did not make any sense. I was like, what is going on? And in the 4th volume, the lead up was just kind of dull. Like, I don't know, I enjoyed where they ended up, but I didn't like the journey. So yeah, 3 stars. I'm still gonna be continuing with the series. I honestly have no idea where it's going or how many there's supposed to be, if there's a plan. But yeah, I finished them, can return my stuff to the library and end this vlog. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.